Balance isn't really something that many of us look to work on, not since in fact we started to learn how to ride our bikes. But practicing your balance can really pay dividends with your confidence, like riding in traffic or around other people. So here's a few hints and tips to practice.
You all right there, mate? Did that help?
Yeah, it's really, really helpful, that. So I think I'm getting there, mate. Thanks.
You are, yeah. This
I really
is brilliant
appreciate
effort.
it.
Brilliant effort.
Am I looking good?
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Now your first point is to tear your eyes away from your front wheel. And it's actually a lot harder to do than you might think, but there are many, many different reasons why you need to try. One of them, of course, being balance.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, I don't really know why, I think it has something to do with concentration. So let's face it, if you're concentrating on trying to keep your balance, you're probably already on the back foot. So keep your gaze up ahead on a fixed yet moving point to help orientate yourself. Now, a seemingly simple task, which is remarkably difficult to do, is to ride in a straight line whilst at the same time looking behind you. Now, even the most experienced riders can often get this wrong, veer offline and get a bit of a wobble. But unfortunately, it's vitally important that you learn to do this.
Yeah, particularly for when riding in close proximity to other bike riders, or indeed just other traffic. Now, the secret is to actually just not turn all that far. So it might not give you a complete picture of what's going on behind you, but it does allow you to keep your torso pointing straight forward, then keep your steering straight as well. If you do need to see further around, then you need to take one hand off the bars, making sure there's enough space in front of you to do it, and that's going to allow you to open up your body and turn while still going in the right direction. This one will really help to improve your balance on the bike. It's a little bit like the cycling equivalent of walking a tightrope, because riding really slowly means that when you do need to turn the handlebars in order to keep your balance, the corrections that you make have much less of an effect, which leads to those really exaggerated movements and that characteristic wobble.
Steady on side, nearly had me off.
Sorry, mate.
Now, practicing riding slowly will get your body used to balancing without resorting too much to steering. Now, at first you may find it pretty hard, as it is a bit difficult, but if you've got a few spare minutes, it's really worth the investment to practice.
As well as practicing on the bike, a simple way of improving your balance could be to actually look at the way your bike is set up, and in particular your position on it, because you'll find that if you have to stretch too far to the controls, so the brakes and the gears, then actually you may well find that those fine movements needed for control are actually much harder to carry out. In fact, if you try and do anything at arm's reach, it becomes an awful lot harder to do so. And the same is definitely true of riding a bike.
Yeah, so a shorter, more upright position will definitely help if you're looking to improve your balance, even if there may be trade-offs in other areas. That is...
It's a miracle you stay upright on that thing, mate.
Yeah, come to think of it, might get a shorter stem.
Away from the bike entirely, there are actually a number of skills that you could practice that would help you improve your balance generally, that would then pay dividends on the bike as well. Because it might be that you actually need to improve your core strength, in which case doing some light gym work or like a regular Pilates class would do the job.
Or you could just stand on one leg in the comfort of your own home and even try it with your eyes shut.
Okay, hang on. As Matt said at the start, balance might not be something that you actually have ever given all that much thought to, but it is definitely worth practicing some of these skills, because you will feel the benefit. Now, do make sure as well as practicing your balancing that you have subscribed to GCN. That's a great way of improving your confidence on the bike. To do it, just click on the globe.
Now, for looking in particular at how to improve your confidence on the bike, we've got a video on that, and you can find that by clicking just down here.
Yeah, author 5 essential cycling skills. That one's just down there. Actually, there's quite a bit of homework.
Yeah, there is. Lots to learn. Don't forget to like and share.